I know I'm intense. I feel things too deeply. I care too much, too fast. I overthink every word I say, and every silence in between. People say, "You're too sensitive. You're too much." But they don't see the panic, the storm inside, the fear that if I'm not perfect, you'll leave. That one wrong word, one bad day, and I'll lose you. So I hide parts of me. I shrink. I apologize for existing. But the truth is, I'm not too much. I just need to feel safe. Safe to love fully. Safe to be real. And if someone calls you too much, they're just not enough to hold you. You deserve someone who sees your fire and doesn't run from the heat. You'd never know by looking at me, but I'm exhausted, anxious, on the edge. I smile, I laugh, I keep it together. But inside, it's loud, heavy, tiring. People think I'm fine because I function. But functioning is not healing. It's surviving. Sometimes I want to scream. I'm struggling, can't you see it? But no one sees it because I've gotten so good at hiding it. If this is you too, you're not weak. You're not lying. You're coping the only way you know how. Just because it's invisible doesn't mean it's not real. I hate myself when I get angry, not because I want to hurt anyone, but because I don't know how to stop it once it starts. It feels like a wave crashing over me, too big, too fast, too much, and after, the shame hits harder than the anger ever did. I must be a bad person if I keep doing this. I must be too much. I always ruin everything. But here's the truth. If you learn to scream, it's because no one listened when you were quiet. You're not dangerous. You're overwhelmed. You're not broken. You're hurt. And you're still trying. That matters. That counts. You are not alone. You don't know why, but suddenly you feel off. Irritated, empty, sad without reason. Like something inside you shut down. And then you blame yourself. What's wrong with me? Why can't I just be okay? But maybe you were triggered without even noticing. Maybe your nervous system picked up on something before your mind did. A tone of voice, a look, a situation that felt too familiar. Old wounds don't always scream. Sometimes they whisper, and suddenly the pain is back without warning. You're not crazy. You're not overreacting. You're remembering, and that's hard, but you're not alone. Healing without your family is a different kind of grief. No support from the people who should have been there. No safe space to return to. Just silence. Or pain. And then the guilt. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm being too sensitive. What if I'm making it all up? But you're not. You left because it was hurting you. You chose peace over loyalty to pain. Family isn't just blood. It's love. It's safety. It's people who choose you back. You're allowed to create a new circle. To build your own definition of home. To protect your peace even if they never understand. That's not weakness. That's healing. They were kind to me. They respected me. They saw me. And something inside me panicked. Because deep down, a voice whispered, "You don't deserve this." They'll change their mind. This is too good to be true. When all you've known is rejection, criticism, or conditional love, kindness feels suspicious. Affection feels unsafe. Respect feels foreign. Not because you're broken, But because your nervous system learned to expect pain, not love, healing means learning to sit with the good things, to not run, to not self-sabotage. You're not ungrateful. You're unlearning. It was just childhood stuff. It wasn't that bad. I should be over it by now. But what happened then still lives in your nervous system now. Because when you were little, you couldn't fight back. You couldn't explain. You just had to survive. So the fear stayed. The shame stayed. The belief, I'm too much. I'm not enough. It wasn't just childhood. It was the moment your brain learned what to expect from love, safety, connection. And healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means holding that younger you with compassion and giving them what they never got. You're not weak for still hurting. You're brave for still showing up. I crave closeness, but when someone gets too close, I panic. My brain says, they're safe, but my body remembers the past, the pain, the betrayal, the fear. So I push them away, or I shut down, or I say things I don't mean, just to protect myself. Even love can feel threatening. When your nervous system was wired for survival, it's not about them. It's about what was. Healing doesn't mean never feeling fear. It means learning to feel safe again. Slowly. With people who stay. With people who understand. If love feels hard, you're not broken. You're healing. I used to think asking for help was weakness. I told myself, I should be able to handle this. Others have it worse. If I was stronger, I wouldn't need therapy. But here's the truth. Asking for help is not weakness. It's courage. It's saying, I'm struggling and I deserve support. I was scared I wouldn't be taken seriously. Scared to open up. Scared of being judged. But you know what happened. Someone listened. And it didn't fix everything overnight. But it was a beginning. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. You don't have to do it all alone. You're allowed to ask for help. You are worth helping. Maybe you had a relapse. Maybe you're staring at your skin, wondering, why did I do it again? What's wrong with me? Let me say this clearly. You are not broken. You are not weak. You're in pain. And you're trying. Recovery isn't a straight line. It's messy. It's slow. It's full of moments you wish never happened. But even now, this is still part of healing. The fact that you regret it, that you're still here, that means something. Try again. Use a skill. Hold ice. Rip paper. Scream into a pillow. Call someone. And please don't carry this shame alone. You are not your worst day. You are still worthy of kindness. You are still worthy of love. On the outside, I look calm, maybe even quiet, focused, fine. But inside, everything's floating. I feel like a ghost of my own body. I hear you talk, but your words feel far away, like I'm underwater. I'm here, but I'm not really here. I'm trying to smile, to stay grounded, but I'm just holding on. Disassociation doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like peace. But it's not peace. It's survival. And if you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. Your pain is real. And you deserve safety, even when no one sees what's happening inside. You're not overreacting. You're reacting to something real. Maybe not to the moment, but to everything that came before it. That tone of voice, that feeling of being ignored, that sudden shift in energy. Your body remembers. Even if your mind can't name it, It's not just mood swings. It's your nervous system trying to protect you. Trauma teaches your brain, be ready, stay safe. Don't trust too fast. So you flinch, you freeze, you get angry, you shut down, but it's not a weakness. It's a wound, and you're allowed to heal it slowly, gently, in your own time. You're not too much. You're not broken. You're someone who survived, and that is never something to be ashamed of. I used to think everyone felt like me, that every argument hurt them as much as it hurt me, that they couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't breathe just like me. I thought I was just emotional, sensitive, maybe dramatic, but then I learned I feel things up to 9x more intensely than others. It's not too much. It's part of how my brain works. I live with borderline personality disorder, and my emotions, they don't knock, they crash through the door. But knowing this didn't make me weaker. It gave me language. It gave me tools. I'm not broken. I'm not wrong. I just feel deeply, and now I know how to take care of that part of me. Everyone loves summer, right? Sunshine, parties, vacations. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's posting. And you? You're just trying to survive. The pressure to feel okay when you're not. The shame when your body doesn't look like theirs. The fear of not being fun enough or social enough. Summer isn't easy for everyone, especially when you're battling anxiety, depression, trauma. So if all you did today was get through, I'm proud of you. You're allowed to exist without performing joy. Your mental health matters in every season. Just think positive. It could be worse. Everything happens for a reason. They mean well. But these words can hurt. When you're drowning, being told to look on the bright side doesn't help you breathe. Real support isn't sugar-coated. It's presence. It's honesty. It's someone saying, I see your pain and I'm not afraid to sit with it. You don't have to fake a smile. You don't have to be strong all the time. What you feel is valid, and you deserve space to feel it. They seem further than me. They've healed more. They've moved on. And here I am, still struggling. But healing is not a race, and your pace is not a failure. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're doing your work, on your path, with your wounds. Some people heal in silence, some in chaos, some in spirals that look like setbacks, but are actually survival. Don't rush your roots. You are becoming, even when it feels like standing still. Just because someone looks fine doesn't mean they are. Some of us wake up every day with pain in our chest, intrusive thoughts in our mind, and a storm in our heart, and still get everything done. We laugh, we show up, we support others, and then we break down alone. High functioning doesn't mean it's not serious. It means we've learned to hide it, because the world praises strength, not survival, but functioning does not equal healing, and hiding does not equal coping. You deserve help, even if no one sees how hard it is. You don't have to earn support by falling apart. The struggle is real and valid, even if you do it with a smile on your face. Sometimes your thoughts spiral. Your chest feels tight. Everything feels too much. Too loud. Too fast. Too heavy. You want to escape your mind, but here's a way to come back into your body. Touch something. Anything. Your shirt. A pillow. A wall. The floor. Now really feel it. Say what it is. This is my blanket. Say what it feels like. It's soft. It's warm. It's real. Let your body remind your mind, I'm here, I'm safe, this moment is real, and it will pass. It's not magic, but sometimes it's enough to pause the storm and give yourself a breath of peace. You're standing there, and suddenly your chest tightens, your heart races, your hands shake. You feel like you're drowning in nothing, but no one sees it. No one hears the silent scream. Just calm down, they say. But how do you calm down when your body thinks you're dying? It's not just anxiety. It's not just stress. It's your nervous system sounding the alarm, even when there's no danger around. And the worst part, the fear of when it'll happen again. You're not dramatic. You're not broken. Your brain is trying to protect you, but it doesn't know you're safe now. Breathe. Ground. You will come back. You're not alone in this. I want closeness more than anything, but when you get too close, I panic. Don't leave me, but please, don't see all of me. This isn't manipulation. This is survival. This is what it feels like to live with BPD. Intense emotions, fear of abandonment, but also fear of being seen. Sometimes we push people away just to see if they'll come back. Sometimes we cling too hard because we think they'll leave anyway. It's not about control. It's about protection. Because somewhere deep inside, we learned that love was dangerous. If you live with BPD, you're not crazy. You're not dramatic. You're someone whose feelings were never safe. And now you're trying to make sense of a world that still doesn't feel safe. You're not unlovable. You're learning. You're healing. And you are not alone. PTSD isn't always flashbacks and nightmares. Sometimes it's canceling plans because your body feels unsafe. It's scanning the room the second you walk in. It's flinching at sounds no one else reacts to. It's being exhausted from doing nothing. Because your nervous system is in survival mode all day, it's forgetting whole parts of your life. Or remembering too much all at once. It's overreacting and then hating yourself for it. It's avoiding certain smells, sounds, places, people, because your body still remembers what your mind tries to forget. You're not broken. You're wounded. But wounds can heal. With time, with support, with safety. If you're still struggling, that's not weakness. That's evidence of everything you've survived. You don't have to carry it alone. You're struggling, but the words won't come out because somewhere deep down, you've convinced yourself, I should be able to handle this. I don't want to be a burden. What if they think I'm weak? So you stay silent, you smile, you carry it, all of it alone. But here's the truth. Asking for help isn't weakness. It's survival. It's strength. It takes courage to say, I'm not okay. I can't do this alone. I need support. And I promise you, someone out there wants to listen, wants to be there. You are not too much. You are not too broken. You are allowed to ask for help, because no one was meant to heal alone. You feel tired. Your chest is tight. Your heart races. You get dizzy. You feel sick. But no one sees it. No one gets it. They say, maybe it's just stress. Just think positive. But this isn't just in your head. Your body carries the weight of what your mind is fighting. Anxiety, trauma, overwhelm. It shows up in your muscles, your skin, your heartbeat, your breath. And you start to question yourself. Why can't I function? What's wrong with me? Nothing. Nothing is wrong with you. Your body is trying to protect you. Even when the world doesn't understand, So if you're tired, in pain, or feeling broken, you're not imagining it. You are not weak. You are surviving something heavy, and that matters. There's a part of you that still waits, still hopes, still aches for the love you didn't get, the safety you needed, the voice that said, "You're enough, just as you are." That part, it's your inner child, and they didn't disappear. They learned to stay quiet, to stop asking, to protect themselves. But here's the truth. You can show up now. For them. For you. You can be the soft place to land. You can say the words no one said. I see you. I believe you. You didn't deserve that. It's not too late. To hold space for that child. To offer comfort instead of criticism. To become who you needed back then. This is how we heal. This is reprinting. There's a voice. Loud, constant, cruel. It tells you you're not enough. That you're a burden. That nothing you do matters. It sounds like you. But it's not you. It's the echo of every time you were made to feel small. The weight of old words, old wounds, old shame. It tells you to shrink, to doubt yourself, to give up. But listen, that voice is lying. Because you are still here, still trying, still showing up even when it hurts. That means something. That means everything. You don't have to believe that voice anymore. You can start replacing it with truth, with kindness, with the voice you never had growing up. You're not broken. You're becoming. No sugarcoating. Getting clean from drugs or alcohol hurts. It's not a straight line. It's relapsing. It's shaking. It's wanting to give up 10 times a day and still waking up tomorrow. It's losing people, sometimes even yourself. But slowly, one hard day at a time, you start to breathe again. You eat real food. You sleep without needing a pill. You stop lying. You stop hiding. You look in the mirror and see a version of you that's still standing, still fighting. Recovery is not about being perfect. It's about not giving up, even when it sucks, even when no one claps. If you're in that place now, you are not alone. There's help, there's hope, and there's a version of you on the other side of this who is proud you never stopped trying. Sometimes it feels like I'm not really here, like I'm watching my life through a window. I speak, I move, I smile, but it's not me. My body is present, but my mind, somewhere else, far away. It's called dissociation, and it's not just zoning out. It's a survival response, a way the brain protects itself when the pain is too much. You feel like a ghost in your own life, disoriented, numb, disconnected from your emotions, your body, your reality. But listen, you're not broken. You're not going crazy. Your mind is trying to keep you safe, but healing means learning that you are safe now, that it's okay to come back, slowly, gently, one breath at a time. Myth, PTSD only happens to soldiers. Truth, PTSD can happen to anyone. Childhood trauma, abuse, accidents, loss, neglect. Myth, it's just in your head. Truth, PTSD lives in your body, in your nervous system, in your reactions you can't control. Myth, if it happened long ago, it shouldn't still hurt. Truth, The body doesn't know long ago. It only knows it wasn't safe. Myth, you're weak if you're still affected. Truth, you're surviving something your mind had to split itself to survive. PTSD is not about being stuck in the past. It's the past refusing to stay quiet in the present, but healing is possible, slowly, gently, in your time. You're not dramatic. You're not broken. You're doing what your mind and body had to do to keep you alive, and that's something to honor, not be ashamed of. This page is here for you. You are not alone. It's not just a drink. It's not just one line. It's not just a party phase. It's a cry for silence, for peace, for something to finally numb the pain. You didn't want to get high. You just wanted to feel less broken, to stop shaking, to stop remembering, to feel something, anything. But addiction doesn't fix pain. It traps it. It buries it deep and chains you to it. You think you're escaping, but you're digging yourself in deeper. And I get it. I really do. But you don't have to drown anymore. There's hope. There's healing. There's hope. You are not too far gone. You are not a failure. You are human. And you deserve to be free. You did something you promised yourself you'd never do again. Self-harm, drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, a relapse. And now, you feel like a failure, like everything you worked so hard for was erased in a single moment. But listen, a relapse doesn't mean you're back at zero. Healing is not linear. Sometimes you fall, sometimes you take a step back, but that step doesn't erase your progress. You fought so hard. You're still fighting. You are not worthless because you slipped. You are strong because you're choosing to try again. Be gentle with yourself. Learn from the moment and keep going. You've got this. You're not alone. Sometimes it's not about wanting life to end. It's about not knowing how to survive the pain. It's the weight that doesn't go away. Even when you smile, even when you try, people don't always want to die. They want the pain to stop. The fear, the numbness, the feeling of being too much and never enough at the same time. If this is you, please know your pain is valid and help exists. You don't have to go through this alone. Even if it feels like no one sees you, you matter, and there is a way forward, even if you can't see it yet. Borderline feels like this. You love too much, or you shut down completely. You're either all in or completely gone. There's no middle. One moment, you adore them. The next, you're terrified they'll leave. So you push. You test. You overthink every word, every silence. And when they go, it destroys you. Even if you were the one who told them to leave, that's the cruelty of BPD. You crave love more than anything, but the fear of losing it makes you sabotage it. It's not drama. It's pain. Loud, desperate pain. You're not broken. You were just never taught how to feel safe. Let me ask you something. When was the last time someone truly saw you? Not just your smile, not just your Instagram, but you, the pain, the silence, the weight you carry alone. When was the last time someone asked, "How are you?" and meant it? This is your space now. So tell me, what do you wish someone would ask you right now? Or better yet, what do you need to hear today? The comments are open. Let it out. You matter here. One moment, you know exactly who you are. The next, you don't even recognize your own reflection. With BPD, identity isn't solid. It shifts. changes depending on who you're with or how you feel in that moment. You ask yourself, do I really like this? Or am I just trying to belong? It's not pretending, it's surviving. Because growing up, your voice didn't matter. Your feelings were too much or not enough. And now, you're just trying to find something stable in a world that constantly spins. But listen, you are not your confusion. You are not your past. You're a soul in search of solid ground, and that is brave. Grief doesn't follow a schedule. It doesn't care how much time has passed. One moment you're okay. The next, a memory hits you like a wave. A smell, a sound, a thought. And suddenly, the pain is fresh again. Losing someone changes you. It creates a hole nothing can fill. But grieving is love with no place to go. And that love is still real. It's okay to cry. It's okay to miss them forever. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning to live with a heart that remembers. If you're grieving right now, I'm holding space for your pain. You are not alone. You are allowed to feel everything. Just because you don't see the pain doesn't mean it's not there. Some people smile, laugh, show up every day, while carrying battles you can't imagine. Panic attacks behind closed doors, crying in silence, feeling empty in a crowded room, invisible wounds, invisible weight. Be kind, always. You never know what someone is hiding behind their "I'm fine." And if you're one of those silently fighting, I see you. You're not weak. You're surviving. You are strong in ways others will never understand. Keep going. You're doing better than you think. Just because you struggle with your mind doesn't mean you have to accept a life that hurts. Your depression is real. Your anxiety is real. Your trauma is valid. But the way people treat you, that's a choice. And you don't have to stay in places that make it worse. Maybe they say you're too sensitive, too dramatic, too unstable. But maybe they're just too cruel to understand pain they've never felt. You are not a burden. You are not broken. You are trying, and that's already everything. It's okay to take a step back, to mute that group chat, to stop replying to those who only call when they need something, to walk away even if it's lonely at first. Healing begins when you feel safe, and if your world isn't safe, you're allowed to build a new one. The right people will not punish you for being unwell. They will stay, hold space, listen. Until then, stay with you. Protect your peace. Even if it costs people ... you are not too much. You are just tired of surviving in places that never saw you. And you're allowed to leave. I feel you. Stay. They gave it a name. Borderline, anxiety, depression, PTSD. A string of letters to explain the chaos inside you. But listen, you are not your diagnosis. You are not a symptom list. You are not broken just because someone wrote a word on a chart. You are still the person who kept going when it felt impossible. The one who feels deeply, maybe too deeply, but that's your superpower. You have a name too, and it's not disorder. It's strength. It's fight. It's survival. A diagnosis can explain your pain, but it will never define your worth. You're still you, and that's enough. They tell boys not to cry, to toughen up, to hide the pain, but that silence is killing them. Men struggle too, with depression, with anxiety, with the weight of being strong all the time. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help. You're not broken. You are not weak. You are human, and you deserve healing just like anyone else. Speak up, cry, Feel. You are seen. You matter. You're not alone. You're feeling it again. That pressure building up. The urge to hurt yourself. But wait. Just hold on. Take a pillow. Hit the bed as hard as you can. Over and over. Let your body scream in a safe way. Now hold that pillow close. And scream into it. Let it out. All the pain. All the rage. You don't need to break yourself to feel better. There are other ways. Healthier ways. And I'll keep reminding you. You're not alone in this.